What is up, everybody? Renfail here. Hopefully, you have been doing well. I have been doing exceptionally so, and recently dove back into Destiny 2 for the first time in several years for the Edge of Fate expansion. But once I got in, I realized that I hadn't played in so long, it was going to be better for me to start from scratch. So I could get up to speed with all the things that I had missed, remember how to play the game, and just enjoy the game, because there is a lot of content that I hadn't seen. And so what I've been doing for the past few days is going through the early game, going through that new player experience, going through all of those things new players go through when they pick up a game and play it for the first time, which inspired me to want to make this video, which was to come in here and talk about what is the game like for new players in 2025. Because most of what people are focused on right now is, of course, Edge of Fate, which is the new expansion, the latest DLC, which is what you can play through if you're ready to get to that point. You've already played all the other stuff. But what if you're new? What if you're someone who hasn't played the game before? What if you're coming in 2025 for the first time and you want to see the game from the ground up? Well, the good thing is there is a boatload of stuff to do. So without further ado, we're going to get logged in and we are going to take a look at what that new player journey looks like so that you can come in, get up to speed with all things Destiny 2, and then get to Edge of Fate in your own sweet time. Now, I pre-ordered Year of Prophecy, which means I own Edge of Fate plus Renegades, which is coming out next year, and the Season Pass in between. So I have all the rest of this year to get through the Edge of Fate content to get prepped for what's coming in December. And it's going to take me, I would argue, probably a few months to get through the content that is here as of right now. So let's dive in. What do you do if you're a new player? Well, the first thing you're going to do when you start out for the very first time is they're going to run you through a tutorial, which will get you to the, basically bring you to the Lost City. Now, once you're to that point, you come in here and you can check out your journey at any point in time, check out your character, look at all the cool loot you have. You can come in here. We'll get to that in a minute. I don't want to get too sidetracked with the cosmetics and things. One of the first things you'll see when you come to the portal is going to be everything related to the Edge of Fate, which is the current expansion. What you want to do, though, is you want to tab over here and go to the Quests tab. And what you're going to want to do there is you're going to go over here and you're going to go into the Quests category. Now, I've already done this over the past couple of days, and I'm currently on the second campaign, but what you're going to see first and foremost is an intro quest here. I believe it's called Into the Light. I'm going to check my notes in my notebook really quick. New Light, sorry, it's called New Light. And the New Light questline is designed to get you up to speed with everything that is the core of the Destiny 2 experience and that initial journey beyond the tutorial to the city. And once you get to that point, there was a lot of content that happened in the early games that isn't necessarily around these days. But what is around are a bunch of expansions that you can find here in this Quests tab. Now, the best that I've been told, and I realize that this list might be up for discussion, but it has been serving me very well, thanks to Ali, aka Transcend on YouTube. We're doing New Light. We did New Light first. I'm currently doing Beyond Light. You can then go from there and do the Witch Queen, Lightfall, Final Shape, and the Edge of Fate. Now, those are the basically story campaigns to get you going. But there's also stuff in here. You've got Europa Arms, the Heart's Step. You've also got the Outfly the Wolves. You've got Legacy Shadowkeep. This is something that people have said can be done between New Light and Beyond Light, but it's one of those things that is kind of an optional storyline that some people choose to do later, but that's there as well. You have all of this stuff to look at, but then you can go in here and there's also things like these exotic quests, which you could do. Those are all the campaign things to do. Now, once you get into the game, things expand even more from there because you have things like the strikes, which are the dungeons you can do. There are the world quests that you can do when you're running around the world maps. There are the class quests that you can do for all of the different classes. So I'm playing a Warlock as an example. So if I go to my Warlock trainer in the game, I have quests that the Warlock trainer gives me. So there are countless dozens of hours of quest lines to run through if you are someone who likes to run quests. And that's the primary thing that I'm doing as a new I'm a returning player, but I'm playing it as if I am a new player. Because like I said, I played originally when the game first came out up to I think the Curse of Osiris, and then went away for a bit, came back for the Witch Queen, did that for a little bit, and then I went away for a few years, and I just now have made my way back. And I've started that fresh start character who I have been leveling up through the journey, and we're currently going through all of the campaigns together um, with this character. Um, Live streamed every single day, 4:35 a.m. Central on YouTube and Twitch, but also those episodes are being cut, if I can say that right, into 30-minute chunks for those of you who want to watch that in episodic format, and that's being here on YouTube only. But I look at all this, not even talking about the raids or the end game for a minute, because it's kind of like the optional stuff you can do, and then there's like, if you want to get into the Crucible and the PvP, there's that stuff to do as well. But just from a single player, storyline perspective, I'm going to Google something here really quick. Because I'm genuinely curious what this says. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. The core campaigns take anywhere from, well, it just depends on which campaign. It says here that the base game is about 20 to 30 hours for the core campaign and side content. Each expansion campaign is between 5 and 10 hours of content depending on how you run it. Then there's the seasonal content and the in-game content. So essentially, if you assume for a moment that it's, let's say, 6 to 8 hours per campaign, through what we're running through right now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 campaigns that we're focusing on, plus the optional stuff, which I haven't even gotten to that stuff yet, but it's like the class quests and the optional campaign quests that we saw in there. I mean, you're looking at an easy 80 hours to 100 hours of content to get through all that stuff, full of cinematics and gameplay and storyline before you even get to the Edge of Fate. Which this reminds me when we went and did New World Eternum last October. I went into that game from the single player perspective, even though the game is an online live service game like an MMO. And even though, yes, New World Eternum has lots of group activities and online activities that you can do with others, just like this game does, I got 100 hours out of the main storyline and the 2 DLCs for New World Eternum. I would anticipate, based on what I've seen so far, that I'm probably going to get around 100 hours of entertainment out of all of the storylines that I'm going to be running over the next few months, getting up to the Edge of Fate. And so when I look at, a lot of people will ask me, is a game worth it? Do you think that it's worth the cost? Well, I think that if you look at the per dollar that you're going to spend in terms of the sheer amount of entertainment you're going to get out of a game like this that's been out for 8 or 10 years, all of that content is there for you to play as a new player. And there's no wait, to do any of it. So you get to jump in and get going. And once you get going, you're going to find that there are a lot of things that you're going to want to focus on between the storylines. Things like, as an example, coming in here and going, okay, I'm going to get sucked into ship collection because holy crap, there's hundreds of ships. Or what about sparrow collections? There's all these different sparrows. And then you go in here and you're like, well, wait a second, not only are there sparrows, but I can actually adjust all the things like the color schemes on my sparrow. Or I can come in here and focus on the cosmetics of my character and say, I really like this outfit, but what if I want to change the colors of the outfit and maybe change it to something like this, and go through and do all the cosmetics in the game, and then you have all the weapon hunting and maxing out your weapon tiers, and then there's all the different ways that you can try the different subclasses and play around with the subclasses and really focus on narrowing down your build and diving into the things that make your specific build unique to your playstyle. When I look at things like that, from a new player's perspective, I think that Destiny 2 is a very interesting game for people in 2025 if they are looking for something to fill the gap in between other releases. There's a lot here to see and do. I'm having a lot of fun. I like shooters, generally speaking, in between my RPGs, and I really love science fiction. I've always loved the Halo games. I had a great time in Destiny 1. I had a great time in Destiny 2 when I played it before, and I'm having a great time right now. So hopefully you'll join me on that journey for the daily streams, as mentioned, every single morning on YouTube and Twitch around 4:35 a.m. Central, and of course in the episodic version of that, which are getting aired here on YouTube for that fresh start playthrough that I'm doing right now with this character. So I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, happy gaming, and hopefully you too will enjoy Destiny 2.